Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Penny Pincher Firearms. And today I finally have, as promised, the 1863 Sharps Carbine. So, some of the basics behind it. First, how much I paid for it. It's actually a little above what I have as my limit for penny pinchers, but I plan on changing kind of the formula for the show, where the penny pincher can also be a penny pincher because it's an amount relative to what it would have been if you bought it like new. So I paid $650 for this, not including shipping, from what the original price for a brand new one would be about $1,000 to $1,200, depending on where you're buying it. So I saved pretty much 50% buying this used. And I was looking at the guy's pictures on Arms List, and really this rifle looked like it was very rarely shot. My guess is it was probably used by a reenactor. The story he gave me was that it was used by an older fellow. He never said exactly what it was used for. But I did find some linen inside the breech block when I was cleaning it the first time. So it's very possible that that person was doing some reenacting. And they're using original style canvas or cloth linen cartridges. So that was kind of a neat little find. According to the serial number, it was made in the 1980s. It's made by IAB, which is now, I believe, Pedersoli. So it's a little bit old, but it's in fantastic shape. It's really like the new ones I've seen on store shelves, because I've been to Cabela's and they have these on occasion over in their black powder area. So what a Sharps is and what makes it so special is that it's the first, I guess, successful breech loading rifle in the United States. There are other successful breech loading rifles in the rest of the world, like the Dry C, but I would say this is probably the first successful one in the United States that was invented by an American. And it has a falling block action. So you drop this lever down that I just dropped, and you put in a paper cartridge. And we'll get a close-up of me actually loading this and some of the basics behind it. It shoots a 54 caliber ball or conical bullet. The what I have today is some Miniers that I molded. Unfortunately, my Minier mold has died. I can't quite explain why, but it just gave out on me. So I've got some other molds that I've been dealing with, but we'll be shooting the Miniers just to have kind of that Civil War feel. So these were fielded by both sides during the Civil War. Both models, which were the slant breech and then the 1863 model, which doesn't have a slant breech, has a straight up and down breech block. It shoots 54 caliber ball, backed by 90 grains of black powder. Now today I'll be shooting black MZ, and I have a little loading process that I use. So, well, let's get started. So this is how we load the Sharps. So you have that lever down there, and you basically just pull it straight down. You get a paper cartridge. I made these green just for better visibility. So, like I said, these are the Miniers. You run it along this track, push it into the chamber. Some of that paper is going to be out, as you can see. Get a little better look in there. And then what this does, the breech will actually cut that paper off. You can take that off, blow it off. And with this, however, since I'm using black MZ, it hasn't been very easy to ignite. So I have to get some powder and literally put it straight onto the nipple, which is kind of a finicky thing to do. So there it goes. And then take my cap, which is a musket-sized cap, which is a decent-sized cap if you've seen the other percussion caps on like revolvers and such. And it's at half cock right now. It's pretty much ready to go once I put it at full cock. as you can see, it's not that fast. And it hang fires. But that's more because of the black MZ. Not so much because of the rifle itself. It's just not designed for black powder substitutes, which aren't as sensitive as black powder to spark. So that's why I'm doing the whole powder in the nipple thing. And hopefully get a nice clean shot this last time. We'll see. There we go. Let's go check it out. Well, looks like I got one hit. Now, I'm still feeling out this rifle, so, you know, eventually I'll figure out how to make it more accurate. So for right now, I can accept that. That's okay. But I imagine it's a very accurate rifle when it comes down to it. Alright guys, so my conclusions about the Sharps so far, they're not terribly positive, but it may be that I just need to learn how to properly load it and everything. Maybe it just needs to shoot real black powder. That'll have to be something I try in the future, because so far I've tried 777, Pirate X, and Black MZ in this, and none of them have really produced phenomenal results, but so far the best has been Black MZ. A couple days ago, Jason and I were shooting, and I was able to hit a tiny little 12-ounce soda can at 50 yards with what appeared to be sights that weren't right on. So either it was a really lucky shot, or I just caught the sweet spot and didn't realize it. However, at the time I was also loading powder loose into the chamber, and so maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe that's something I should try doing in the future for more accurate shooting. Maybe the paper cartridge just isn't really an efficient design, except for in the case of like the military. So for the most part, though, I am pleased with this rifle. All right, so the camera fell. It's not a terribly windy day, but I guess enough of a breeze caught and knocked you guys down. So like I was saying, I'm pleased with this rifle. I think if I dial it in, maybe use black powder, it'll shoot better. So we'll see. But yeah, so far I like it. Some other points about it. I love the handy length. I think that's just perfect. Like if you had it figured out, if it was very accurate, and you had it all dialed in, this would make a really good like muzzle loading scout rifle for muzzle loading season, if your area approves of breech loading black powder guns as muzzle loaders, which in a lot of cases they do. So hopefully I can get this one figured out. Hey guys, so if you liked the video, go ahead and press like. If you like the channel, go ahead and press subscribe. And if you really like the channel and you want to become a patron, go check out my Patreon at patreon.com/pennypincherfirearms. And always remember, a good gun doesn't have to cost a pretty penny.